ultimate blueprint of life is God never wastes a pain. There's many pains in life that push us and propel us, that if we remove it, we will not be the blueprint, right? The finished product, who or what we build.
What if this feeling of pain, of rejection, was actually one of the most profound personal development tools that we could ever have?
Stop letting obstacles stop you. The pain stop you. The adversity stop you. Yeah. It's really in a place where God is trying to get you to focus in, lock in, because you're going to appreciate it further down the road. We have some young people that just need a little bit of time, a little help. And so I feel like the future Seeding Greatness participants, the future mayor, the future college professor, the future teacher is right in our hands. But will we be intentional to give them the time to help them develop?
What was causing you the most pain? Where was that real anger and frustration? What do you wish you could change?
Right. I mean, my journey really...
Hey, yo, welcome to the Seeding Greatness podcast. I'm your host, Darryll Stinson, and I am with Demetrius, I always say Mr. Don't Fall Short, but it's not. It's Mr. Don't Fall Short in the building. But here's what I like about this man: his integrity, his character, the fact that when you're talking to him, you feel like you're the only one in the room. I can't even remember where we met. Oh, you came to our event at the Seeding Greatness Social.
Yes, indeed.
And was sitting in the front row, and I'm teaching about the light of communication supposed to be, and I'm losing my train of thought because this man is just locked in, like bright, like it feel like he was listening to me, but more so he was listening to God. And God was like, y'all supposed to connect. So I'm trying not to be like, hold on, let me connect with my brother while I'm doing this teaching. But we connected, and let me read you his bio. Demetrius, Mr. Don't Fall Short, is a visionary leader, transformational speaker, and founder and CEO of Transformation Life Center, a nonprofit committed to cultivating future leaders and building a highly capable workforce to positively impact communities in the world. He doesn't just speak about transformation, he embodies it. I told y'all that from how we met. A first-generation graduate of Fisk University, Demetrius walked 3.1 miles in a suit and carrying a briefcase to his internships while navigating financial hardships, including sleeping on dorm directors in a friend's couch to remain enrolled and never have his name listed on the college dropout report. Wow. What could have broken him instead built him. He turned adversity into assignment. And pain into purpose. Don't get me started. With more than 30 years old in the mug, no, I'm just kidding, of leadership experience across healthcare IT, nonprofit management, education, ministry, community development, along with executive training from Harvard Kennedy School, Demetrius brings both strategic excellence and lived authenticity to every stage he steps on. He's dynamic. We done roped him into co-hosting our Seeding Greatness socials a couple times because he just brings that heat. So I'm telling you, you better get him when he's not at the socials, please. He's known as the mentor's mentor and a leader's leaders. Demetrius has become one of the most sought after voices in leadership and personal development, whether speaking at summits, mentoring emerging leaders, or equipping organizations through his consulting firm, Don't Fall Short, LLC. His presence shifts rooms. People don't just listen, they rise. Listen to this. Through his signature leading with feet. Not mouth. Leading with feet philosophy, he challenges individuals to move with passion, perseverance, and accountability, transforming their setbacks into stepping stones and their vision into victory. Man, above all, he's a devoted husband of 26 years to Vanessa C. Short. He's the president and CEO of VCS Consulting, and he's a proud father, and we share this. Same daughter's name, Amaya. And y'all not going to believe this. Same middle name. Amaya Nicole Short. Same initials, A-N-S, because they are the answer.
Come on.
And if y'all meet these girls, y'all going to be like, yes, they are the truth. She's a licensed natural hairstylist, an entrepreneur, and owner of Exquisite Styles. Mm-hmm. His greatest legacy is not simply what he builds, but who he builds. Man, Demetrius, welcome to the show, man.
Wow. I'm just emotional not reading, man. That we can say, may the Lord add a blessing to the readers.
That's it.
Hearers and
That's it. And we can just get on out of here.
Wow.
And all of it's true. None of it's made up. Building people, man. So how I like to roll on these is like what the world most needs to hear first, right? Like from a practical standpoint. So give us the blueprint on, we're listening, whether they're executive, like, oh man, yes, I've seen him on stage. I've seen him at events. I've seen him with what he's done at his nonprofits. Man, teach us. We want to learn from you. How do you do what you do? And then from there, we'll pull in the stories when they're relevant. Okay, so that's how I like to roll. It seems like that's what our audience is loving the best. So I love to just kind of let you flow like that. How's that sound?
Man, that sounds great.
Okay,
amazing.
Cool. So roll out the blueprint for us, bro. What you got?
Wow, the ultimate blueprint of life is, for me, and what I've learned is that God never wastes a pain. Mm-hmm. There's many pains in life that push us and propel us. It's the thorn in our flesh that we hate, that if we remove it, we will not be the blueprint, right? It's the finished product, who or what we build. But it's embracing the blueprint phase. It's the room modifications. It's the rebuild my house, meaning again. We hate that word re, but that's one of the most powerful things that can be placed in your life, is that you get a chance to redo something, but more importantly, through a mistake or through a failure. And we're so hard on ourselves when we do that. So the blueprint and framework of my life is just adversity, pain, and succumbing to, it's going to move you to something in the end, and you're going to love what it looks like. You bought a lot, but you saw a vision. You didn't buy a lot for it to be a lot. You saw the house. You paid $10,000 for blueprints. But you're impatient when the bulldozers of life are coming through. When the call comes through, oh, we found something 3 feet in and we need another 5,000. Oh, that permit didn't go through. But 10 years later in the house, the dream house that you built, you never talk about those things. You don't appreciate those things. So my blueprint for success in life is to embrace the whole process. People want to be part of the finish, but they don't want to be part of the process. I know, bro. True friendship is finding the people who are willing to go through the process. And those are the people you should celebrate and welcome into your purpose. But all too many times we wait and people say, hey, that's my dude, or hey, I always knew she was going to be there, but hey, I needed you through the process. I needed you at the blueprints phase of what I believed my life could be. And so in order to do that, we have to ultimately say that this pain or this roadblock or this obstacle, and I say obstacles are like speed bumps. I've never seen a speed bump stop a car. Let me look into the camera. I have never seen F-150, Tesla, Bentley, or Humpty with 3 wheels and 3 missing hubcaps. I have never seen, prove me wrong there, a speed bump stop a car. They are placed at places where the highest tragedies can happen if you don't focus.
Totally.
And so obstacles are just speed bumps. They're not meant to stop you, but just temporarily delay you. And then you move on. So stop letting obstacles stop you, the pain stop you, the adversity stop you. It's really in a place where God is trying to get you to focus in, lock in, because you're going to appreciate it further down the road. Totally. So pain has to be opened up And you got to keep telling yourself it's not going to be wasted. There's something behind this. Yeah. And that's the blueprint for me that I believe in the time that we're living in right now with tech and people being laid off and gas prices and war. I just want to bring hope to people right now that something amazing is going to be at the end of this story. And that's what Don't Fall Short in my whole life mission is, to provide people hope and let them know that pain has a purpose.
Oh man, that's so good, bro. So let me tell you, I wrote down pain to purpose to process, and it's like, I think you did really well on people who understand like that sort of that journey as is, right? And I think sometimes executives don't value feeling their pain enough in order to find the purpose in it. I feel like they try to label it. They're like, oh, I understand it. But that was the whole thesis of my TEDx talk of overcoming rejection. It was like, what if this feeling of pain, of rejection, was actually one of the most profound personal development tools that we could ever have? And so I'm like, literally leading a lot of executives through like feeling on a more consistent basis and just being like, hey man, what's painful about your day? In your meetings, where are you getting frustrated? When you try to articulate your vision, hey, when you look over the last week or two, what was causing you the most pain? Where was that real anger and frustration? What do you wish you could change? Right. And in that, with a little bit of like discovery of like why, like why did that bother you and why is that irritating? A couple of the digs. There's a lot of executive functional insights in that. There's a lot of problem solving, clarifying of decisions, just for the emotional release to expand emotional capacity alone. Right. But what you find is if they do that debrief as executives, that the emotional data that they get from that, the intellectual data that they get from that, and the emotional capacity they benefit from doing the exercise would pull them into a greater understanding of their purpose and ability to actually move forward in it. But then they hit the process. And that's where you like the building, the count the cost, as an example, you were using that metaphor. And then also know the obstacles, that you can count the cost, but there's still going to be obstacles. I remember John Maxwell, when I was, heavily studying, being mentored in groups by him, never like one-on-one. But in the groups, he was always like, and he says this all the time, but he's like, every time you do a project, 3 times how much you think it's going to cost you. It's going to cost 3 times as much. It's going to take 3 times as long. It's going to take and it was just like, he's right about that. And I'm like, dang it, I don't want it to take longer. No. But it's that. And then on the other end of that is it's funny because it's essentially purpose. And I put purpose again because it's pain, purpose, process to purpose, because there's a level of purpose where you got to see the vision. You got to understand the season you're in. And then there's a level of, after you go through the process, you actually stand in the purpose, and it's different than you thought, more beautiful than you thought. It's wider than you thought. And I see that so clearly in your life, okay? So I think we got that part. Let me give me a little bit of the story. Like, what were you doing sleeping outside?
Wow. I mean, my journey really, again, a 2-family household, pastor's kid, influential family, not rich, but we were just that dude. Growing up in elementary school, I started wearing suits in the 5th grade to be like my dad.
Where was this at?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
Did not have to look out of the house. I didn't have to look at SBN, my father, my mother, my 4 brothers and my sister. I did not have to, thankfully, look outside of the house for what a true role model was. So started wearing suits in 5th grade, and my parents were like, it's just a phase. And then junior highs, dude's wearing suits in high school, suit on, briefcase. I'm like, you are old nature, dude. Quarterback, 30-99, shortstop, student athlete, homecoming king, popular dude, 3.6 GPA. Football game on Friday, suit on, ball my suit up in the locker, go to a party with a suit on. I'm like, this dude is old. So that brand of the suit, unbeknownst to me at the time, was going to be part of my story years later, the preparation stage.
Okay.
And so I knew 3.6 GPA. My parents said he's at least going D3. He's smart and he's athletic.
Okay.
He's either going to get a D3 scholarship to play ball or he's going to go on his academics. Great options, right?
Right.
They were like, we ain't worried about D. Let's get these other kids. Darryll hates school. You know, Bettina, Chris coming behind me. And I didn't get that scholarship to college. No plan B, and my whole world crumbled.
Oh, snaps.
But again, as God, the steps of a good man are ordered. God was ordering something through that tragedy. And I remember my last football game, they had to pull me off the field. I'm running up and down the buses. They're honking. They had to yank me off the field. I got to the locker room celebrating, and I'm in a corner crying. And they pull, my guys throw me in a, coach, Demetrius, what's wrong? I said, I'm not going to ever play football again. To me, again, the pride of Cincinnati, dude, you're good. And I never put back on a uniform again. I knew something was ending that day in 1992 when I ran up and down that field. And it was preparing me for the disappointment of not getting that scholarship, ended up at Fisk University. My first question was, do they have a football team? What's their squad looking like? You know, been playing sports. That's my driving force. My parents was no play, no grades, no play. It was the gas to fuel 5 boys and a girl to perform through sports. Sports is a magnificent fuel for people if used right. And Fisk got down here, no football, barely a baseball team, Bad News Bears. But I heard John Lewis went here, W.E.B. Du Bois. And so it was an epiphany I had going to the library and all the books are black. There's not a section. I felt like at 17 that I had been, a part of my life had been stolen through the rich history of Fisk University, the first accredited black university in 1866, and the amazing people that walked. So I surrendered to being here, but I ain't got no money. My parents said we didn't have a plan B. 100,000? What? And that's when the tide turned for me. And I had to fake smile my way through Fisk University wearing a blue suit, alligator skin shoes, looking great, carrying a briefcase, and not registered for class. 1.8 GPA. Fake smiling. My parents don't know, nobody know, but walking from Fisk, 17th Avenue North, all the way up to Murphy Road. It wasn't the Gulch back then. This is 1992.
How far is that?
The hood.
How far is that? That's the 3.1
3.1
miles.
miles.
3.1
And
miles.
I wasn't a runner at that time. Part of my story is becoming a runner. And again, this is 1992. I wasn't running. I was running from the cafeteria to the dorm. I wasn't
but
a
you
runner.
were what, like 20 years old?
I was
21?
17, 18, 19.
19
and walking from 17th Avenue all the way up to Murphy Road 2, 3, 4 times a day to feed myself and go to my internships to pay my way through school. My friends were like, what's taking you so long? I'm a 6-year senior. I'm lying my way through. Hey, I picked up another major. My teachers are taking my grades on the side because they said, Mr. Short, you're not registered. Darryll, I stayed in school unregistered. Went to class every day.
You're a beast.
They talked about me. Go home. But I remember my grandmother sold sweet potato pies to buy me a scientific calculator to see her first grandchild. Not quit, but walk across that stage. And I said, you and your name will not be associated to a college dropout list. And I walked in those shoes with tears in my eyes. I slept and snuck in the dorm director's office at 3 a.m. and laid on couches, tears flaming down my face. Getting canned goods from a friend. Mario took me in, sleeping on this couch. Nobody knew, just hid this dark secret that I am at the lowest point of my life. Cincinnati's King's kid is sleeping on the floor. Nobody knows. And I hid that secret all the way through for 6 years. And I finally graduated, got my dream job with IBM, came back after with a $67,000 job, married Vanessa, my beautiful childhood friend, and I came back to Fisk in 2008, and I walked the same route as an IT professional. And the tears are flowing down my face, and I can see myself now, Darryll. I'm swinging at the air because now I'm reliving all the hell I went through, the depression. Wasn't mental health and wellness back in the 90s. Suck it up, get through it. Couldn't call mom and dad, no car, barely any food. The Johnson family took me in, and I screamed, Lord, why did I have to get it this way? All the drug dealers graduated in 4 years. All the people that I thought was class clowns, they got out. Why me? And it was on that walk that he spoke to my spirit. Every step you took was a step towards your success. And that's when I birthed the nonprofit Steps of Success 5K and vowed to run 3.1 miles in a suit and sneakers to commemorate my struggle and help college students and individuals never give up on their dream. And I vowed to run in that suit, and here we are 16 years later. I run in a suit and sneakers every year, took that race from $250 and 400 exited to a $130,000 event. And every year I put my foot on that line and see those underserved kids, see that struggling business owner, see that girl who just went through a divorce and she's just sitting there crying in the line. I reset and said, this is why you had to go through what you went through, to help give people hope and help them create a pathway to success. So that's why I don't quit, because my adversity is now the platform for struggling business owners, that CEO who's getting ready to throw in the towel. As a runner, you ain't gonna quit at mile 1. Oh no, you're not gonna quit at mile 2. You're gonna get across the finish line. And that's what my whole life and mission is, and why we started Transformation Life Center, to help create a pathway to success. So everything's about the discipline of a runner. Hills, valleys, detours all come to us in life. But it's Winston Churchill's message that I live by every day. Success is not final. Oh my God, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Every single day I say that to myself and say, let's go. Have the courage to continue. And that's where this Transformation Life Center was birthed, through that pain. And so that's why people see me in the suit. I run in it. Now CEOs are flying in from all over the country. Every September they come in. The ladies are wearing the pantsuits, and it's become its own thing now and its own brand, because not that dressing up makes you successful, but it's how you feel. And for a little homie who doesn't know who his dad is and have 75 underserved boys and girls looking at that starting finish line, they have to see who we want them to be. And so I appreciate the platform I have and why I put this suit on every single day, because it lets me and reminds me of the struggle I went through, but also the discipline, the perseverance, and the resilience to make me who I am today. And that's the story behind why I suit up every year and will continue till the day I die. I made a vow to God that I would do this to help people, because I see the full potential in people. Every now and then they just need a little push.
The purpose pusher.
Passion pusher is not. Passion pusher to purpose. God, that's what we do.
Man. Wow.
The 5 P's. You talked about those P's. That's where it all.
Well, man, listen. That was. I don't even want to say anything. I just want to just be like, cut. You know what I mean? Like, cut. Oh my God.
It's a story.
Wow, man. That's why I like podcasting, because it just. I'm just gonna say, because I can say this to you. This is why I like this guy, man. It's my brother. And familiarity is one of the most dangerous things to our quality of life as humans. You know, said Jesus couldn't do miracles in his own
Man.
hometown, except but a few.
Commonality.
Except but a few.
That's the carpenter's son.
Oh, I don't think we caught it. Let me say it one more time. Except for the few, which means he could have did more. Because everywhere else it was like he was trying to get away.
Man, you trying to get an offering, brother.
So
Come
nothing
on.
changed about his
Come on.
skill set. Nothing changed about his ability, his willingness. The only thing changed is the people around him was like, that's the carpenter's son. And I'm just like, what I love about this environment is it puts me in the opposite energy of familiarity. And I just treat myself like I don't even know you.
Wow.
And like I never even heard this before. And because of that, I get to benefit from your gift.
Wow.
That was deeply inspiring.
Yeah. And the seat, let me interject with that because you brought that up with familiarity and a prophet without honor in his own home. They called the Messiah the carpenter. They minimized him because of unbelief. Here's a question for the audience and for you. What if you were next in line when he stopped?
Oh my God.
What if your grandmother was next and he touched the person before them and you said it? It said it did not do much healing because of their unbelief.
That's wild.
What if your business, your child was the next person when he walked away? Unbelief is a powerful, paralyzing epidemic that's stopping us from being great. And it all stems from they called the greatest entity in the world the carpenter's son. Familiarity.
That's wild. and how you perceive people determines how you receive them.
Yes.
You know, so if all you see is a carpenter, all you're going to ask for is carpentry.
I was just Darryll.
You know?
It's just Demetrius.
It's
just
God.
that's just a seeding greatness part. No, lives are being touched, man. Hope is being built in hopelessness. We saw that woman talk last time, right? She didn't want to. Oh, okay, let me stop. I'm getting excited. Seeding greatness.
But wow, man. So I say that to be like, I just appreciate that I got the benefit from that, and to also like invite the audience to really assess areas of your life where you may be missing out on encouragement, gifts, insight, solutions, simply because of familiarity. Like at our first Seeding Greatness social event, we talked about this silos that sometimes exist in communities, where the legitimacy of it is that we do need curated spaces. So there needs to be like a brothers group, a women's group, a minorities group, founders that are 9-figure or extra groups in the motorcycle, and we are rich and all we want to do is ride black motorcycles in leather group. And there needs to be like, I love that. Have the spaces. Like for real, I'm not even trying to mimic it. Like have the spaces. You can make fun of what I do with my basketball shorts and they too high and they need to be longer. Like I'm fine. And pickleball, I guess, is a thing. I'm so mad that they're doing all these pickleball gyms and we're getting rid of the hoop gyms.
Right.
Don't get rid of the hoop gyms.
Come on.
Okay. So I'm losing my train of thought now.
In a moment.
Help me. Somebody help. I done lost my train of thought. I don't know where I'm going now. Where am I going with this? I don't know. It's going,
that familiarity and
familiarity.
And
there's something about that.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
I don't even remember.
Wow.
I don't know. Where we go from here? Purpose. You always go back to purpose. Why are we talking?
Oh man.
I love it, man. Walk us through your work with young men and do you work with young women as well?
Yes.
Because you say young men and
Young
women.
men and women.
So walk us through what that looks like from a week-to-week basis.
Indeed. Transformation Life Center, when we look at the mentors and coaches that I can call Robin Massey, I can call Steve Buff, Carmen Luck, some instrumental people who sowed back into me. And as a 52-year-old starting this organization at 25 and 21 with my wife, we're different, but we see working with the Nashville Chamber, the Black Chamber, other nonprofit organizations, that there's a gap with the leaders of today versus what's coming behind us. And so Vanessa and our team said we need to invest, especially with a 21-year-old at home who has a mom and dad and is still trying to figure things out.
Mm-hmm.
Has a refrigerator open and keep it open and not putting any money in our pocket to keep the food in there. Oh, it just boom. Come on, parents, you know what I'm talking about, right? And we did it. We did it to our parents. We turn those lights off. Now we telling her all this. My mom said, "Yeah, that's coming back on you, brother."
I was good until I got 5, so I was good. And I'm telling you, the 5, bro, it'd be another thing. It'd be like, cause I was fine. It was like cool. We got more than enough. I broke the family generational curse.
Goodness,
we don't have to live in scarcity. But 5, and I thought because I had 4 girls. But they weren't going to eat a lot.
Wow. Oh.
And they eat like grown men.
I have one. I have one. I'm like, how do you? I told my mom, how did you 5 boys and a girl? How did you and dad not lose your mind? No internet. This she said you
they
all
went on the cell phone. That's why.
You all are cut from a different tree, and that's the empathy that I have for looking at what we do. Yeah. I'm interested in finding the next Darryll. Mm-hmm. They're out there, but guess what? They're quiet.
I know.
They're scared.
I know.
And they're looking at the old people's group. Oh, the chamber, I'll do that when I get older. Oh, I'll wait. Mm-hmm. And I just buried a 54-year-old friend who driving home from work at 2 a.m. Car comes the wrong way on the interstate. He stops and a tractor trailer hits him and kills him. He will never see another day. We don't have time. Mm-hmm. And they think they have time. We thought we had time, right? Mm-hmm. So our precipice and our urgency is cultivating future leaders, but doing it now. No. Mm-hmm. So I am so proud that after 16 years, I knew that our program, the Pathway to Success Leadership Academy, again, pathway. Mm-hmm. It's not a straight line. We want it to be straight. It's a pathway, hills, valleys, detours. And guess what, Darryll? Dead ends. We don't want to hear that word. Sometimes in life, we have to stop and pivot. Like, I got this $300,000 degree and I just got laid off. Make this make sense. I did all this. My business had a great first quarter. Now my second quarter, what? Oh, all of those things come through, but we want to speed up the trajectory of leadership by intentionally getting on those campuses, getting in those elementary schools where they have an emphasis on entrepreneurship, and bring a Darryll, a Brittany, a Demetrius, a super talented person who's overcome something to become something, and live our motto. They have to see who we want them to be. A plumber needs to see a future plumber. An athlete, a little boy needs to see, how did you make it through that? So our whole thing is, if we can, what would Nashville look like? What would your community look like if every adult invested an hour in mentoring and coaching the future them? The pastors, let's find out who those future kids are who feel that calling on their life. I'm 40 years in tech. I had a call yesterday from a kid who saw me running. He said, I saw you at the conference last year. Can I get some time with you? I was tired. I said, yep. In 1 hour, our Zoom, this young man wants to create a program in this community to teach the kids in the hood how to build computers. If I didn't take that 1 hour time and give that 17-year-old young man inspiration and hope, he was prepared. Stop saying young people. No, we have some young people that just need a little bit of time, a little help. And so I feel like the future Seeding Greatness participants, the future mayor, the future college professor, the future teacher is right in our hands. But will we be intentional to give them the time to help them develop? Because everybody wants the fried fish with the onions and the tomatoes and the cheese. When you catch a fish and start reeling them in, it's fighting for its life. Do we have the patience? Do we have the empathy? Do we have the time to let them fail, but fail fast? Make mistakes. Didn't we? You're on your 5th business.
Right.
Talk about
right.
talk about the four that failed, Mr.
Right.
Know-it-all. Right? Demetrius.
I know. Yeah.
6-year college grade. 6 year?
I know.
Man, 1.8 GPA.
I know.
And so we now have thousands. And this is my appeal to those that are listening to me who are busy. I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
But what would your community look like?
Mm-hmm.
The very person that you spend time with may become a doctor in the next 20 years. And Darryll, guess what? Bring your great-grandchild into the world and say, Stinson, is your father Darryll Stinson? 20 years ago, I heard him speak at Demetrius's path. Look at how that trajectory, look at how the power of mentoring and coaching does. So we have the joy. We get to get in front of some students because I tell them, and my conference is called We Got Now. And I take the word next on our logo and I put a big X through it. We got now. Get on your chess club team and be the treasurer. You ain't got to wait, young person. Get on your campus. Get with the Girl Scouts. Get with whatever. There are transformational skills that you learn through some of those small little networks that will mold you into an amazing leader today. So we're speeding up that trajectory, and I truly believe that we hold in Transformation Life Center is the pipeline into some of the most amazing transformational leaders that Nashville and the world will ever see. And all we ask them to do, because we don't charge them a nickel, is you pay it forward and find somebody else to help as we did with you. And that's the power and the trajectory of mentorship. Mm-hmm. We help them talk about our transparencies, talk about our failures, our discipline, not just the good things. They need to hear all the things that prohibited us from being successful, pathway to success. And then we see these individuals on the billboards in the city. We have the Los Angeles Lakers hired one of our students, the first ever data analytic degree graduate in the history of Fisk University. I mentored Nate Giselle for 4 years. Now that joker ain't give me no tickets when Kyrie, let me talk. You ain't give me no tickets when Kyrie came back and played Brown when I was in LA. Oh, my bad. Oh, I just had a moment. Yeah, I'm coming for you, Nate. I thought you was my boy. I'm like, hey, man, I'm in LA. Can you get me a ticket? He's like, no, bro, I can't get one. I said, man, I mentored you for 4 years. You forgot about your... And it was a joke, and he couldn't get a ticket. I mean, come on, Kyrie's first time back. Them tickets was going for 10 G's. I ain't got Darryll Stinson money. I couldn't pay that. But the joy to say the first ever data analytic graduate in the history of Fisk. And guess what? He's following me in QA now. He's a software. Oh, wow. That's how they pay it forward to us, man. To see them become the future that this city desperately needs.
Man, that's fire, bro, man. So where would people go to connect with that? They was like, they're in, they want to support, they're moved by your vision. They're inspired by the stories of transformation, because I know you have many, many more. How can they connect? How can they plug in?
We call it the Ignite Network. The Ignite Network is a simple 2-minute form on our website, transformationlifecenter.org. And in 2 minutes, an IT executive can fill out a form and say, if you ever need this area that I'm a subject matter expert in, give me a call. Submit, done. That's our Rolodex to transformation. Wow. I will never stand in a place, and this is the problem that a lot of pastors get to, and I pastor, so I can say this. I pastored 30 years. Is that we put the S on our chest and we operate in places that God didn't anoint us to operate in.
Oh, God, why are you going to do that?
All right.
Go ahead. Come on. We here now.
You're not a counselor and got 5 counselors in your church, but you are miscounseling people. And God said there are some pastors, some preachers, some teachers for what? The perfecting of everybody. But you are going to stand before God one day and say, why did you misadvise that couple? Why did you tell that kid out of gross negligence because your ego couldn't be checked and you misadvise them. The Ignite Network, to all my listeners today, and let me make this emotional plea, we don't have enough people. We got thousands of little boys and little girls who don't have a pathway to success. They don't even have a meal. Grandma's doing all she can do, and they're calling us every week, Mr. Short, can you take my boys? And because of funding and trying to stretch and not having enough, the Ignite Network is the clarion call to what, I don't care if you own a lawn care. We have boys who need to learn skills and trade. So go to Transformation Life Center, fill that Ignite Network form out, and when that call comes in, you could very well get a call from my staff or me and say, hey, I'm hosting a lunch and learn with 10 young ladies that are overcoming abuse. We saw that you said you've overcome abuse 20 years ago, and now you are a polished woman executive. Why would I dare stand in that room and try to mimic what you could do? I want to share the transformation of these amazing future leaders with you. Will you go to transformationlifecenter.org? Take 2 minutes, because the very life you change may sit in this seat one day. And I think that'll be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing for all of us to witness.
I'm done. All right, cool. Go ahead. I'm just going to tell them to go do the thing, bro. Wow. Man, you know, I got to, you know, we're done, by the way. But, you know, I always tell our guests, somebody worth interviewing once is worth interviewing twice, because I like to go deeper. You know, that was just like, we just, you know, that's what you stand for.
Yeah.
You know, but I know, because we've talked and we're going to talk. So we're going to have you on again. And I just want to reflect a couple of things, because I don't want to leave open loops for myself. Number one, bro, you ready for this? I've been waiting for this the whole time. Like, wait till we done. So when you talked about I wrote everything down. You said leaders of today, and you said the whole noun thing, the youth are now, blah blah blah, right? And bro, do you know that our TEDx event, when I was like, I always try to get real prayerful about the theme, the relevancy, our last event was awe and wonder, our TEDx event, because it was all about that. That's what the world needed, okay? And so this one that we're doing here in Franklin, Tennessee, is for the youth, okay? And you knew this, okay? Now, but what you didn't know is I haven't told you the theme yet. I just want you to read it. Just read it. Can you see it? What does it say?
Leaders of today.
Can't make it up. You can't make this up. Wow. So, bro, when I say you're just like confirming everything, bro, I'm like, yes, that's on. So I had to say something about that.
And thank you for giving them permission to be the leaders.
Yeah.
Here's where God convicted me. He said, you're so powerful when you walk in the room.
Yeah.
I started noticing they wouldn't call me. He said, you intimidate them.
Yeah.
And he said, give them permission. So I stood with tears in my eyes and apologized to a group of 60 of our leaders in our last cohort and said, if my presence ever intimidated you, to not call me and say, Mr. Short, that ain't going to work.
Yes.
They were afraid, Darryll. And I said this, I give you permission to call us and say, nah, bro, that topic sucked. Nah, we don't do it that way. And it freed them. So I always say the leaders of the now generational and to today leaders, sometimes they just need you to say, here's a thought, I'm leaving the room, and when I come back, y'all better have this figured out. Remove yourself from the room. And you would be imagine what your children can do when you're not paralyzing their progress because they're scared to tell mommy that it can be done a different way. So thank you, staff, for empowering and setting a room for them jokers to come in and say, you gonna let me get down now? Yeah. Yes. It's time to activate now. So thank you so very much.
Right.
I cannot wait to see what this is gonna happen and the freedom that's gonna come when we release those kids into their destiny.
Oh my God, that's so good. Hey, I think we're gonna title this one, "The Youth are now. Oh, I feel it in my bones. The youth are now, not tomorrow, not next.
Scratch it out. Boom. Next, no.
Now. Okay, and I gotta say this.
Come on.
Not now. To serve. Oh, dang! I shouldn't have said it, but I meant to.
Wow.
Now in the lead.
Now the lead.
Okay, I gotta give an example. I feel it. Listen. Wow. We're going over time, but listen.
Come on.
I was called when I was 9 years old. And they put a microphone in my face in a church and they said, pray. Great idea. One problem. There was an unspoken rule that I had to pray like they did instead of pray my heart. I was ready in their eyes, but not ready in their hearts enough to trust to lead. Lead, but don't. Because if I don't even know if this was the case, because I really feel like it was just the constructs we were in. It was not the people. It's like, this is what we're supposed to do. This is how things are supposed to go. But the danger of that is that I almost conformed.
Wow.
And nobody would have ever knew.
Wow.
But me and God, that wasn't who I was.
What a moment of breakthrough for you.
So for me, the youth is now is not like a cute tagline to be like, give them an opportunity. The youth is now is like, no. Surrender to their authority.
Wow. Woo!
Let's go.
Oh my goodness. I should have brought my We Got Now hat. Where's my We Got Now hat? We got the merch, we got the hats, We're elevating the now generational leaders. The children of Issachar, right? With the children
Understood the time.
now. Let's go. Let's go. Wow.
So I would say, like, if you've got children, don't just listen to them, learn from them. I feel like every one of my kids, I can learn from their divine gifts. How can I look them in the eyes and tell them that they have greatness in them and that they're called to it, but I won't submit to it when it's in my house?
Come on. That's good, brother.
And what if the reason why a lot of people have strife in their home isn't because kids don't listen, but because parents won't?
Ooh, wow.
And that's not to shame, guilt anybody, because God knows Darryll Stinson has had so many times where I've missed that. But there's always new mercy. And there's always new opportunity. And kids are not so rigid like adults. I apologize to an adult. They're like, still holding on to it. I apologize to a kid. My daughter said, it's okay. It's okay. And she hugs me.
You're ready to go get
She hasn't learned how not to forgive yet.
Wow.
So go do that. And then let us know how it goes. And keep seeding greatness. So we love y'all, man. We got to go. Peace.